Welcome to the first ever Penny Hunt and Fill series. Hello everyone, today we have got our first ever Penny Hunt and Fill. We got $20 of pennies here to hunt through, and I've got a graph here that will keep track of exactly how many pennies I've ever hunted through. We got a track for wheat pennies, Canadian pennies, dimes, and miscellaneous. Anyway, we're going to start off with the customer rat rolls and come back with the first find. We're on roll number 2, and I already peeked at the date. Right. Yes, I put gloves on. Coins can be dirty. Either way. 1950S. I thought it was a 1950 Denver. And pennies. By the way, let's continue. Roll number 4, and would you believe it? Right there, you can see the if you can't. I haven't checked the date yet. $1956 Denver. So, pretty much, yeah. 2 common wheat cents, 4 rolls. And if we keep at this pace, we're going to get 25 wheat cents. Sounds good to me. The very next roll, roll number 5. Right there. Canadian cent. I unfortunately already saw the date. And it is 1984. Either way. Still pretty cool. 2 wheat cents and a Canadian cent so far. Let's keep getting more finds. There's no way. The very next roll, number 6, this one looks old. Probably from the 40s. Well, let's hope it's pre-1940 so it can go in my wheat cent book for the Hunt and Fill series. And then either way, we're going to go over here, and there's a Canadian cent. We're going to do the Canadian cent first. It is a diadem obverse, so this is from 1990 to 1994. Let me tighten my gloves. There. Now, you can see it is in fact a wheat. 1944 Denver. So, nothing rare. Better than a P, though. And just simply 6 rolls in, we already got 2 Canadian cents and 3 wheat cents. Feeling good about this box. The very next roll. Roll number 7. Guys, this is getting out of hand. But I think it's that one. You can see a 1947 Denver. Yeah, we go down. 1958. I'm going to pull out the 47. Forgetting where it is. See, I was correct. 1947 Denver. As it's in uncirculated condition. Then, you know, the 1958. A little bit of red on it. I'd say it's maybe a high AU or so. We're lucky. Low mid-state condition. Either way, I'm going to check through this, and the current progress, 7 rolls in. We've got 2 Canadian cents and a whole 5 wheat cents. We're still on roll 7. I didn't notice it, but we got a 2009 presidency penny. I forgot to add that on the chart, so I just did, but as you can see, is in really nice condition, and camera's being really stubborn to focus. Either way, it is in really nice shape. So, anyway, it was a P. But either way, still got 5 wheat cents, 2 Canadians, and now 1 2009. Let's continue. The very next roll number 8. We don't see anything else except for this. And this one can vary wildly in dates, from 1937 all the way to 1981. So, I'm just gonna flip it over and we can see the design. Okay, so it is a TRL verse. So this one will go into the Canadian Book most likely. 1968. That's the oldest Canadian cent yet. And I don't think that there's anything else in there. So either way, I'm going to toss that in there, and that's it for the Canadian cent. Let's continue. The very next roll, and roll number 9. And flatten out the roll, and wheat cent. $19.40 Philadelphia. That's our 6th wheat cent. It's crazy. Let's continue. Roll 10. The final customer rent roll, and we ended off with a Canadian cent. The only one I'll need is 2000. So if it's a diadem, then we don't need it already. And it says, there's a chance that I need it. 2004, so no, I don't need this. But we'll check to see if it upgrades the book either way. So now we got 4 Canadian cents. The Canadian cents are starting to catch up with the wheat cents. Let's now move on to the machine route roll. So I think I'm going to record me opening the first machine route roll. Quite the fiasco to get this in order, but anyway, I'm going to open the roll. Okay, I've set it up at a different angle. We're going to now open up our first machine route roll. So this is roll 11. And it's a 1955P. Fortunately, not the DDO, but let's continue. Okay, so just one 1955 wheat cent. Finally got a brief break from recording. But, roll 13, right there. Last year, 1958 Denver wheat cent, and a 2009 penny from Philadelphia. Okay, let's continue. Roll number 15, and we got an old looking wheat cent. Probably just from the 40s and just corroded. But please be an old one. No, 1944. Either way, a wheat cent's a wheat cent. I would have preferred it if it was a 1914 D or a 31S or a 1909 SPB, or just any coin before 1940. But please still take wheat cents. Either way, let's continue. Roll number 19, and you can see a 1945 date, and I haven't checked to see if that one is a wheat cent. And, no, this is in 1966. So, we are going to check, and, yeah, as you know, 1945. So, pretty much. And, yeah. Let's continue. The very next roll, roll number 20, we got 3 finds. Wheat cent, Canadian cent, and if we go up some more, right there, another Canadian cent. So, we're going to start up here and move our way down. So, we got a 1981 Canadian cent. Very cool. And then we move down, and then this one, we're going to do this one. It's a TR Roberts, and this one's a 1978. Now, we got a wheat cent. Somewhere in here. Now, anyway, let's find it. Right there. So, now we're going to check this coin. 1941. So that's the oldest coin so far. And we're going to add these to the pile. Let's continue. Very next roll, roll number 22, we got wheat cent. Sorry I said the last one was 20. It was 21, by the way. We're going to check out the wheat cent. So, now we're going to flip it over. 1958 Denver. So, this is the newest date, and it's the second one that we got. Now, let's continue. Very next roll, roll number 23. I checked, and I confirmed that that's a wheat cent. As you can see, yeah, wheat cent. So, we're gonna flip it over in 1944 Denver. We already got one of them. I think we're gonna have an above average box. Now I'll look through the rest of this roll and let's continue. Very next roll, roll number 24, and second coin in. Second coin in. Sorry, the camera glitched up. I flipped the coin over, so it will be a surprise for both of us. Let's hope that it's a pre-1930 or pre-1940s. Duh! 1940. We just need it 1 year older. I want you to be 1 year older, but that'll still go in the book. Let's continue. The very next roll. How does this keep happening? Second coin from the end. A wheat cent. Second time in a row. And consecutive rolls. What are the chances? Either way. 1958 Philadelphia. Obviously not the DDO. I would hope it is. But seems like the machine wrap rolls are staying along with the customer wrap rolls. Let's continue. Roll number 27. We got a clean wheat cent right there. So that gives it a solid chance of being an older one or a low vintage one, hopefully. Then, if we head down right there. 1951 Denver wheat cent. Then we got the reverse facing one. Of course, 1944 Philadelphia. Honestly, who would clean a 1944 wheat cent? It's the most common. Either way. Let's continue. Roll number 28 and I'm 99% sure that got it. Yep. 1946. 1946 Philadelphia. Common coin. Oh wow, I'll fix that. Anyway, let's continue. Roll number 30. Right there. That is L12 sided Canadian cent. Right there. TR Roberts. And 1982, so that's the first year that they made them like that. And let's continue. Roll number 32, it's obvious at this point. recent. So, pretty much, this one also has a small chance of being a lower one, but let me guess. No. Yep, 1941 Denver. Either way, recent stack. Let's continue. Roll number 34, right here. I saw the date, 1944 Philadelphia. Let's continue. Roll number 36, I absolutely butchered. Recent. 1956 Denver. Knocked over the stack again. I'm gonna have to fix that. But anyway, let's continue. Very next roll, roll number 37. You can see a wheat ear poking out right there. This one, let me guess. 1944 Philadelphia. No, 1956 Philadelphia. At least I got the Philadelphia right. Anyway, let's continue. Very next roll number 38. And behind this coin is a wheat cent. 1951 Philadelphia. So it's the 1951 Philadelphia. Anyway, let's continue. Very next roll number 39. And wheat cent. And 2009 penny. We'll start off with the 2009 penny, actually. Oh, first, I was looking at the camera for a second. I thought it was a satin finish or, yeah. Or one of the proof coins, but no. Then, we'll grab the wheat cent. 1954 Denver. After all, check for varieties at the end of the video. Anyway, let's continue. Got roll number 40 opened, and I decided I'd open the final roll live with you. I can hear the Canadian. I can hear at least one right there. Toss it aside. Out of the final roll, we just got the one Canadian cent. Let's check that. 1997. I probably shouldn't have recorded for that one. Anyway, then I'll show you how I dump it. I'm gonna have to do it one-handed. Pretty basic, but either way. And I'm gonna show you the results. I forgot to mention, I'm gonna check for RPMs, DDOs, and DDRs on all the wheat cents that do have them, even the minor ones. That's why I have this. Even includes minor errors. Either way, we'll check. Grand total, we got 8 Canadian pennies, 3 2009 pennies, and try and guess how many there are in here. Put it in the comments below. 24. I usually get about 10 to 11, maybe 12 per box. And this is only $20, not even a full box. And there's almost a half of a roll of them. So, that means that if this is a full box and it kept up the pace, I would have 30 wheat pennies, not 24. 6 more chances to get coins for my Hunt and Fill book. Either way, I'm gonna swap them and I'll show it to you. So far, the collection books are completely and utterly laughable. Here we go. And one measly coin. Not another coin in this whole book from Coinbot. But just wait. Probably within 50 boxes or so, we'll have a solid amount. We'll probably get a solid amount. As I said, this one's also laughable. Not one King George V or 6th. One measly coin. This only goes up to 1972. And it was in 1968. And eventually these will probably all be filled up. By the way, I'm going to check in my actual Canadian book that I can buy and get from Cornwall Hunting and see if any of them upgrade. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to click some of the other videos. And pretty much, as always, see you guys in another video. Later.